Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐂𝐇. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful side ruched dress. So here I used a mesh fabric. So I'll be showing you the step-by-step process on how to cut and also to sew this particular dress. So I'll be splitting the tutorial into two because I don't want it to be too bulky and boring. So the first part will be the drafting and also the cutting on the fabric, while the second part will be the sewing. Sorry, I've not been able to upload tutorial for a while. I've been busy with work, and also after work I came down with sore throat. So we are back now to serve you better. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and also share the tutorial. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. Our returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back, and if you are joining us for the first time, you are welcome to 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. So this year we are started again to serve you better. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started. Alright, for the drafting of the ruched dress now, I've drawn out the outline, the shoulder line, the chest line, the bust, the waist, the knee line, and the length of the dress. So I have to join the pattern paper together to get the full length. So I also divided into two to have the front and also the back pattern. So with the front now, you'll be imputing our shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the shoulder line and also on the chest line. You roll it together. So on the armhole line now, you step out by 1 inch for your shoulder slope and you connect it to the 3 inches neck width. Then we'll go ahead to impute all of our measurements. The fabric I'm using for this particular tutorial is a mesh fabric, so mine is not going to be having any darts because the fabric is quite stretchy. So then we'll go ahead to impute our bust measurement. Bust divided by 4, then you subtract 1 inch because we are using a stretchy fabric. Waist divided by 4, you subtract 1 inch from the waist. The hip divided by 4, then you subtract 1 inch also from the hip line. So once you are done marking this now, you go ahead to connect all of the lines together to the chest line. So you connect all of these lines together like this. If you are not using a stretchy fabric, please don't subtract anything from your measurements. Whatever measurements you have on your hip line now, you are going to be marking it to the knee length and down to the hem of the dress. The reason why I'm deducting 1 inch from my measurements is because I'm using a stretchy fabric. If your fabric is not stretchy, don't deduct, and also you will need to put that if it is required that. So please follow the step. So you connect the line straight down to the hem. So once you are done with that now, you go to the armhole, divide your armhole by 2 and step down by 1 inch for your armhole curve. And also for the front, I stepped in by 0.75 to connect the armhole curve together like this. So for the neck now, I'll be using a neck width of 3.5 for my neck width. So the square, we are working with a square neck, so I'll step down by 5 inch as the depth of the neck. Then I'm going to be marking it to get a square neck as seen like this. So once you mark out the neckline now, then we'll go ahead to draft the back bodice. So for the back bodice now, we'll literally be following the same step as what we did for the front. So impute your shoulder measurements and also your other measurements like we did for the front. So you can just go ahead and do the same thing you did for your front body. You repeat the same thing for the back. So if at this point you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime you have a new tutorial. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So on the group, you ask questions, any fashion related question. You can ask for illustrations also. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and also share the video. Thank you. So you proceed to draw your armhole curve and also the neck width. Don't forget we use 3.5 for the front, so we are using 3.5 for the back also, and the depth of 2 inches. So once we are done with this now, it's time to mark out the parts that we're going to be having at the side ruche. So to do that now, we're first going to be marking from the waistline down. We are going to be marking our dart line. So if yours have a dart already, you don't need to mark the dart line because it will be already in your pattern. So then there are 2 ways to this now. On the side, some people want theirs to start from the waistline. So if you want yours to start from the waistline, just step down from the waistline by 1.5. But if you want yours to be a bit around the hip line, so you from the hip line you step up by 5 or 4 inches, so then you connect it to the dart line you marked. So here now I'm going to be showing you how the two is going to be working together. This is for those that want theirs to be like towards the hip line, so this is what it's going to be like. But if you want yours to be towards the waistline, like a bit above the hip line, so you are going to be connecting this. Now if you see the one I connected here, I connected it to the dart leg, right? But later I made an adjustment to it because I wanted to separate the down part where it's not going to be having the side drape. I wanted to separate it, so I made an adjustment to the line. So here now I've made the adjustment. So once you are done with that, now we are going to be marking out our slash and spread line. We are going to be using slash and spread method to get the ruched part of this dress. So you see me here, I was marking out the line, so you can just make it like 1.5 inch wide. So you just mark it to where you want the draping to start. So once you're able to do that, now you go ahead to cut out your pattern so as to separate that down part from the main body like this. So for the ruched part also, you are going to be separating it from the upper part like this. So you separate it, and don't forget to always mark out your pattern. So for this is the front. You've marked the front, the side front, and also the center front. So now once you are done with the cutting of this one now, so that the ruched parts will be the same thing with the back, we are just going to go ahead now and place it on the back bodice, so that the side ruch for the front and the back will be equal, and we don't have to go through the stress of marking it out again. So just make sure that when you are placing them, you place softs on them so that they will align together before cutting out. You make sure that the hip line, the knee line, and all of those lines there aligns together before you cut it out. Once you are done cutting out, don't forget also to mark your back bodice. It is very important. So we'll place the upper part aside now. Then we are going to be bringing the down part side by side, the side front and also the side back together. So you know when we are cutting, make sure that our lines are together. So you confirm the lines here like this. So once you are done with this now, also on the back, we're also going to be marking out the slash and spread lines that we'll be needing. So when you are doing it, you make sure that it also comes to the center, to the side front, to the side, so that it will be looking like a V shape on the side. So you just follow as I'm doing like this. So you go ahead to mark out the lines as seen on the screen like this. So once we are done marking out the slash and spread lines like this, so we are going to be joining them together on the side, that's the side front to the side back. So to do that now, we need to cut open on the hip line so that we're able to join the upper part first. So you open both hip line like this, you slash it towards the center to the side a little bit, then you bring them together and you are going to secure it down using your masking tape or a gum to just secure the both sides together like this. So once you are done securing it down, then you go ahead to join the upper part down to the hem line. So you're just going to secure it down with your tape. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and drop beautiful comments, and also if you have a question, you drop it. If you'd like to request for a tutorial, you can post it in the community here on YouTube. This is what we have after joining the side lines together like this. So we are going to be cutting the slash and spread lines out, but I don't want it to mix it up, so I'm just going to pack it aside now and place it directly on the fabric. So we'll be cutting it out and be spreading it straight on the fabric. Alright, so I've gone ahead to place it on my fabric. I have the fabric here on fold, so each side is going to be for each of the side drapes. So now we are going to go ahead now to cut out this slash and spread method. Since I'm using a stretchy fabric now, I'm not going to be adding any zip at the back, so you're just going to be joining it together by 0.5 inch. My fabric is very stretchy, so I'm not going to be adding any zip. But if you are using a fabric that is not stretchy, you always remember to put your zipper allowance, please. It is very important. I don't want us to mix this up. So then we'll go ahead to cut out our slash and spread pattern and spread it on the fabric. So while we are cutting, let me make a little confession. So when I did this tutorial, as I spread it on the fabric here, I used the distance of 1.5 as the distance in between the slash and spread. So by the time I cut it out and I placed it on the body of the dress, then I realized that the side drape was almost not showing. Like, the pleats I have on the side was way too small, so I have to trash that. And thank God I have extra fabric, because I wanted to use the fabric for another thing, so I was just able to use the extra fabric to make it for another thing. So the bottom line is, when you are doing a slash and spread method, before you cut it out, it is very important to check very well if the pleats you have is going to be enough for the style you are working with. So here is the correct one that I was able to use for the tutorial. So here I spread it on the fabric and I use the distance of 6 inches. So I used a distance of 6 inches in between each of the slash and spread, and when the results came out, it came out so well. So when you are placing on the fabric like this, make sure that the center, that the side that you join together, are on a straight line, so that it will not be like one side is longer, one side is shorter than each other. So once you are done, you are convinced that the drape is going to be enough for the style you are working with now, then you can go ahead to cut it out. And don't forget to always place your pattern, your fabric on fold, so you have for each drape on the side. So then you can go ahead to cut out the pattern. So I had a 0.5 inch allowance on the side. That is what we'll be using to join it to the upper parts of the dress. So you just go ahead to cut this one out like this. After joining, this is what I have for the ruched part. You see that it's very full, and I actually like the outcome. So now on the down part that the ruche is going to be stopping, you make sure you notch it. That is where it's going to be stopping. So once you're able to do this now, you go ahead to add your M allowance. So I had a 0.5 inch for the M allowance. So this is where we are going to be stopping for today. In our next class, we'll be showing you step-by-step process on how to sew it together. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next class.